You may wish to fasten your decking with the traditional screw method using trim head screws. Stainless steel screws are preferred over galvanized or zinc plated to result in the best looking, longest lasting deck. Screws to be used will depend upon thickness of decking. 3/4 inch or 1 inch thick boards will use a number 7 by 2 1/4 inch screw. 1 1/2 inch thick boards will use a number 7 by 3 inch screw. Flat edge decking is face screwed with 2 trim head screws into each joist, thereby breaking the expansion and contraction forces into smaller lengths. You then have to tap down the little mushrooms that form around the screw heads. This will hide part of the screw head for aesthetic purposes. Pre-drilling the screw holes is also an option. Try both methods on a piece of scrap and decide which one you prefer. Firmly secure decking starting nearest to the house, working away from the house, one board at a time, down the entire length of the board. Remember, completely secure the entire board before beginning the next. Tongue and groove decking uses 1 screw per joist, again dividing the expansion and contraction forces into smaller lengths. Blind screw at a 45-degree angle through the tongue into each joist with stainless steel trim head screws. No pre-drilling is necessary. This results in a very clean and neat-looking deck floor with no visible fasteners. Again, firmly secured decking starting nearest to the house, working away from the house, down the entire length of the board. Completely secure the entire board before moving on to the next. All cut ends of the deck should be face screwed down with 2 screws per board. The edge board should be screwed through the face into the rim joist as well as at every support joist. This prevents the rim joist from being pulled off the joist by the movement of the decking board. Since these screws will usually be under the railing, they won't be very evident in the final installation.
Every few boards, measure the center and the ends to make sure your project is still square.
Care should be used while driving screws. Do not drive too far into the decking. A 1-inch finished overhang of the deck boards beyond the fascia is recommended. It is generally easier to allow additional overhang of every floorboard during installation, followed by trimming the overhang on a straight chalk line when finished. A slight radius can be added to the trimmed floorboard's top edge to create a more aesthetically pleasing effect.